Bear and Breakfast is a top-down role-playing resource management game that went free on Epic Games between October 3rd and October 10th of 2024. For those not interested in the intricacies of what some random person on the internet thinks of this game and just want the concise version, the game is good. It has great gameplay, and it's got some pretty fun characters. Aside from some cohesiveness issues, the game is well worth it, and I'd for sure recommend picking it up if it's still available for free. Without further ado though, here are the details. The aesthetics were actually surprising to me. I saw the graphics displayed on the store page of Epic Games and had some pretty low hopes for what the graphics would look like. Because of the samples displayed on the store page, I thought it was going to be something of a poorly made Flash game, but it turns out Geometry Class wasn't the only thing I had to worry about pulling a 180 on me. While the game overall looks pretty good, and there are a few things that I think could increase the visual experience. First of all, there are some errors with depth and layering, as well as with the player's sprite not turning around properly when the controls are lightly tapped. That and some line thickness quarrels when it comes to UI and the base game zooming in and out. Other than that, the art style is very appealing, and I can't think of any reason why the drawn style should change. The character interactions are a little bit hit and miss. There are some absolute gems, there are some campy interactions, and there are ones that are every point on that spectrum. There are heaps of dialogue though, so it's pretty important to the overall experience. Bits of lore are given to the player through these interactions with other characters. Although the lore moves more slowly than a bureaucracy filled with sloths, its speed is necessitated by the game's structure, so that the scraps of lore don't completely drown out the rest of the game. There is one thing I have some criticism for though, and that's how some of the later themes don't really mesh that well with the gameplay style. It's like waffles and picante. Waffles are good, salsa is good, but together they're not quite the best. The gameplay itself is so amazingly well done. The player is presented with a number of options for how the game can be played, and these options are followed through with. The game provides methods to make up for the parts the player would like to let lie and neglect. I'm referring specifically to the shopkeeper that looks like a vulture or a turkey thing. He sells you resources as far as I've played. I'd say the pricing is fair. I won't balk at it, but I won't swoon like the game is set at price charming. Overall, this game gets a solid 8 out of 10 from me. The game is pretty fun, and I intend to play it the rest of the way through. My bones are filled with the urge to establish a capitalist empire and become the kingpin of the forest, the prime oppressor, the bear. If you're interested in watching that, I stream on occasion at twitch.tv/MrOmegaNaze. As a consequence of that, weekly games are also viewable there. Aside from that, I have a VODs channel where all the streams go once they expire on Twitch. Both are linked in the description. Aside from that, I suppose I'll see you around. Have a wonderful time, fella.